Let's start again. I don't know why this was so cooked. BPBOG.
Ha! Gotcha.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Player Issue Podcast, episode 23, as Em tells me. Because I actually forgot we just had to re-record the intro because I had no idea what episode we were up to. And it has been that long. I think the last episode we did was actually pre-Freo sale. So it's been a little while. 2 months, I reckon.
2 months. Yeah, it literally says 2 months.
2 months. So I'm back. I am your host, Aaron Warwick. And, of course, with me in the co-host chair is the lovely Emma. How are you, Emma?
Good.
Jesus Christ.
I can't give them too much.
Nothing has changed in 2 months,
No.
as you can tell. We're just a little more tired than we were back then. However, that is why it has been so long since the last episode. It has been hard. December was difficult. I don't know about you, Em, but I was knackered all through December.
Mm-hmm. Cooked. Baked.
I don't remember it being as bad last year. I remember being tired last year, but then we still did a Christmas episode. I don't remember that really being an issue. This year, I said at the start of December we'd do a Christmas episode, and then we got to mid-December, and I was like, yeah, no, we're no chance, because I am so tired working every night, as it was, in retail. I started doing all the night shifts, and then come home and be home by 11 o'clock and just would want to go to bed. Half time you'd already be half asleep on the couch by the time I got home. So
It just happened so quickly. Like, it was just like Freo sale, and then poof, December, and then
Christmas.
we were like, oh, Christmas is here.
Yeah.
Cool. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't even get my lights set up in time. We left it to like the day. Excuse me. We left it to like the day to be like, we've got to plug everything in. The 1st of December, I was like frantically plugging everything in. And then I was like, it's going to work or it's not going to work. Because,
Yep.
just couldn't get our lights sorted, couldn't get our life sorted.
Yeah, it's more to the point. Couldn't get our life sorted. So it's been chaos. We're all tired. But we're back. It is 2024. It is the 13th of January 2024. So even that has gone fast. I didn't realise how quick that's actually gone. But we're back. And it will be a shorter episode today, Em.
Oh, bullshit.
It has to be because it is 11:10 p.m. and I have to work tomorrow morning.
Work. I don't. I got to have a sleep in tomorrow.
It actually sounds nice. But no, it will be a short episode because I've cut a bunch of stuff out of the show because we're going to keep it fairly simple this week. It's basically a re-intro back into the show, and then we'll go full blast back next week for episode 24. 24 in year 24. There you go. That makes sense. But 23, episode 23, I guess will be a reflection of year 2023. First of all, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below.
Please don't do that. That's weird. Comment down below.
You can comment on my down below if you like. We actually, I think I looked it up before the show, and I think we had about 107 subscribers before the last episode.
I can't tell you.
You can't. However, we now have 125. So since saying subscribe, like, and comment, blah, 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 we've now got at least another 18 subscribers. So thank you to all you 18 subscribers. I know I said in the last episode I would shout you all out, but for some reason my Yahoo Mail hasn't been sending me notifications when everyone's been subscribing, which it normally did. So I guess we'll try and see if we can do a few more shout-outs next week. But shout out to all you 18 subscribers that did subscribe to the show since the last episode. We appreciate it. Just remember to like. So if you're watching right now, give us a like and subscribe to the show. I've actually started watching some stuff recently that has put me down a rabbit hole, and you'll know what I'm talking about. This person, Rami the Icon.
He's addicted.
Yeah, I'm addicted to Rami the Icon.
He's addicted.
I just started watching. I don't even know how I started watching it, but just started watching these videos, and an hour later I'm still watching it. I've got Em to do it as well. So it's not just me that's addicted.
Isn't there one of them that was like a... How long did the episode go for? It was like 5 hours or something. And I was like, It was like 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. I was like, you're not going to watch all that, are you? And you're like, nah, I'm just going to start watching it. And I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and there's Aaron wide awake just staring at this. I was like, are you fucking serious? You just watched the whole thing? And he's like, yeah. Time's just gone.
This is actually not wrong. It was a 5-hour like best of 2023 or something. So it was only a week or so ago. I started watching it and Em's like, it's 5 hours long. Surely not going to watch it. I was like, yeah, no, I'll just watch it for an hour maybe. I'll maybe watch it for an hour and then I'll maybe watch a bit more later on. And then I got like 4 hours in and I was like, holy shit, where'd the time go? I was like, I might as well just finish it now. So yeah, Rabbit Hole opened. And I guess it's relatable for us and everybody out there because it's all about sneaker collecting and reselling and all that sort of stuff. So it's actually really, really interesting. There are some people out there, no doubt, collect sneakers. Blake Cook is one of them. Rami the Icon is incredibly addicting and he's just a really good personality. He seems like a really good kid. He's only like 21 years old and he's got now over 1 million followers on his way to 2 million. So that's why we say like and subscribe to the show because they're doing their thing or he's doing his thing and it's going really well, really, really well for him and he's recording content every day. So
and all he's literally doing is just selling, buying and trading shoes.
Yeah.
In a store.
Yeah.
And he's got a camera set up and it's just people that come in.
Yeah. And it's nuts. And I just watch the same thing over and over and over and over again, but it's still intriguing to watch. And now it's got me into wanting to get some shoes. I've already bought 2 pairs of shoes that I've seen on the show that are expensive shoes, but now I want more. But I'm not going to go that deep into the rabbit hole. So it won't be my new hobby. It'll just be a little side hobby. Yeah.
What was it I said to you today? Oh, you got to go shoe looking. Shoe looking.
Yeah, and I did. I went shoe looking.
Shoe looking.
But there was a pair I wanted with 540 and the other one was 300, but they didn't have my size, so I didn't actually get anything.
Went shopping for you, came home with something for me.
Yeah, bought Emma Australian Opals jersey. So there you go. So anyway, like and subscribe to the show. We'd really appreciate it. 125 subscribers. Actually, last episode we did was the highest viewed episode we've actually had from the show of all time.
That's great because I can't even remember the episodes. So.
I don't remember a lot of it, no.
It's obviously great.
It's 340 odd plus viewers, which was really cool. But yeah, appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll see how many we can get on this shorter episode. We're already up to 10 minutes, so we need to just keep it short. And now I know in the last few episodes we've done, I have always started off with a joke.
Okay.
And today is no different. However, it won't be an AFL joke. It's going to be just a joke because I thought it was hilarious. Actually,
do I know it?
You don't? No,
I don't? Okay, no. Okay.
I can't remember where I saw it. I think it was on Instagram or something. It just popped up. It's the thing that you've seen many times that you've showed me. It's about people trying not to piss themselves laughing. Like they'll say a joke and the other person has to sit there and straight-faced. Mm. Yeah, well, this one got this person on the other side just in tears, and I was pissing myself laughing as well. So
we should do that, actually.
We should. Well, here we go.
Okay, we should see. Hang on. No, I'm already laughing.
Now that you've built this up so much, you probably won't laugh anymore. But anyway, here it is. So see what you can do. Ready? Mm-hmm. What do you call a dog that can do magic?
Fuck me. I'm smiling already. I don't know, Aaron.
A labracadabrador.
You sad human.
A labracadabrador.
You are one sad, strange little man.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Oh, shit. I thought that was fantastic. I'd be in stitches for a good 5 minutes.
You're lame.
A labracadabrador. How is that not funny? All right, moving on. Well, okay. Unfortunately, we've had the displeasure of finding out this morning, as we record this on Saturday the 13th at 11 p.m, that one of our own collectors and community members, hobbyists, Freo collectors, Freo fan, Sonny Walters, entrepreneur, loved Sonny Walters, is his biggest fan, is no longer with us. He's unfortunately taken his life at the age of 40, 6 days before Christmas, on the 19th of December. Brendan Trainer, we will miss you greatly. We know you were a listener of the show as well, so that hurts even more knowing that we have lost a listener. Not because we've lost a a statistic, but purely because we just lost a great bloke who loved to comment and just tell us how good the show was. Or it's sad that we're not going to hear from him ever again. That's really upsetting. So we just wanted to give Brendan a shout out here. We did start a lotto and an auction on the page this afternoon. So it was late this afternoon we started this, trying to raise money. So his family have done a GoFundMe, which we will put in the link down below as well. By the time this episode comes out, they'll be over the target, which is fantastic. But you can still go and add more into the GoFundMe, which is great. So please do so if you're able to do so. But like I said, this afternoon we started a auction and a lotto. Being a massive Sonny Walters fan, Jack Gregory, good man, put up a Sonny Walters jumper of his own. The Moth. Hopefully we have some videos of the Moth from this year. Yeah, we do. So
I've got anyway, off subject, but yeah.
Anyway, so we'll talk about that later. But the Mothy has put up a Walters jumper, which is currently sitting at $310, which ends tomorrow. And then the lotto that we started doing, everybody just started throwing jumpers at me for donations, which is amazing to see. In this sort of environment and time, community comes together, and this community is massive. We've seen what it can do in the opposite direction when people are bringing each other down and talking shit about each other and how damaging that can be, and we see how much good it can also do. In daylight today, when everybody knows that we've lost a good one, everybody comes together, and so far, and we have raised, I can't even remember what the total was, but it was we've sold over 420 odd tickets for this lotto, which at $5 a spot, which is pretty crazy cheap, is $2,100 alone. In, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours, $2,100 raised by this little community, which is incredible. Nobody would probably... the GoFundMe page that I'm talking about, they don't know who we are. They don't know we exist. I haven't said that we're going to do this. So I think the most exciting thing is that they are $2,170 off the target with only a week before the funeral. So Brennan's funeral is 22nd of January, just FYI. If you'd like to come along, let us know. I think the more people there wearing Freo gear, the better. I'll be going along with Doug McDermott.
What day is that?
22nd of January. It's a Monday. I'll be going along with Dermot McCaig.
I might be able to go.
Doug McDermott. Dougie will be coming with me. Also known as Dermot. Sorry. We'll be going to the... I can't even speak. It's difficult. We will be going to represent the hobbies collectionists, the community will be going to represent and be there for Brennan. So we look forward to that. But like I said, they don't know that we are doing this. So I think the most exciting part is that we'll get to hand this money to the family and say, here is what it looked like, $2,500 to $3,000. And they're not going to have any idea that these people in the background have existed in Brendan's life, which is probably one of the saddest things.
I think the saddest thing is not so much his family. Well, it's obviously sad, but the saddest thing is like he's not here to see the fact that this many people actually... I mean, obviously not everyone knew him, but like everyone in a... What do you call it? A community of collecting and that actually don't know who this guy is, but would quite willingly help out his family and his kids. And yeah, it's just a bit of a shame. They're like, he didn't see that.
Yeah. As uplifting and as amazing as it is, and really kind of inspirational that all of these people have come together to raise this much money for Brendo's family. It, like you say, it is incredibly sad that he's not here to see how much effect doing what he did has on people's lives. And I know that they're not thinking like that before this happens, because I lost quite a few people very close to me to suicide, and they just, as far as they're concerned, they're doing the right by us by not being here, because as far as they're concerned, they're bringing everybody else's lives around them down by being here. So they think that the best thing to do is take themselves out of the situation, which all of us left behind know that that is not true at all. And
But unfortunately, they get themselves in a
they're in a
mindset.
bubble.
Yeah, and yeah.
They're in a state that they unfortunately can't see outside of that, and it's incredibly sad that it gets to that point. And no matter how much you think, like I know Doug and Dermot has been saying that he wishes he could have done something more, he wishes he could have messaged him a bit more and helped him out. There's nothing he could have done. Nothing
No one
anyone
would have
could have
known.
done. So one of my best mates actually went to another mate of ours' place and had a really good night the night before he took his own life. Obviously, he wanted to go and have a good night with his mates before he left, and he was super happy and smiling, and no one would have thought it differently. So you would never know, unfortunately.
It's the people that are very silent about it, and then it's too late. You don't know about it. They don't voice it. They don't. You wouldn't know. No one knows. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, very sad day, as we said. Amazing to see the community come together, and it's great to watch how much we were able to raise for the family. So well done to everybody out there. And everybody donated jumpers as well, not just money. People out there have donated 15 jumpers plus the Moths jumper to the auction as well. So 16 jumpers in total. And like I said, a lot of them don't even know who
Didn't
Brennan
even
is.
know him.
So to do that because they've lost somebody in the same hobby and community as them, and because he's got kids that he's left behind, I think he's got 4 kids, all young to teenagers that he's left behind now. Super sad, but it does hit very close to home when this sort of thing happens. So well done to everybody to coming together and doing a great thing for what was a very great man, and he'll be super missed. I will miss my chats with Brendo. He was a good man. I don't know where I was at. Let's move on before we get in trouble for fake crying again, Em.
Yeah.
All right. So Christmas and New Year's. Like I said, we were knackered. So we couldn't do a lot. So we kind of brought it down a little bit this year. We had just a small get-together for Christmas. We went to my parents' house for lunch, and then we went back home and had dinner here with my parents, your parents. That was it, wasn't it?
Ted.
And the, and the little black furry thing that your parents own.
A mop.
The mop.
The mop.
So Christmas was fairly chill. How did you enjoy your Christmas, Em? The whole Christmas period, not just Christmas in general, but Christmas lights, everything was set up, the projection show.
Yes and no. I was pretty put down by the lights from the get-go, from the beginning, from the city of Armidale. That annoyed me. That kind of put a dampener on it. And then lights stopped working because of the wind. Like, the wind was the worst we've ever had the wind here before. And, like, the lights that I spent fucking ages putting over the driveway just randomly stopped working, which was, like, a major part of our lights. The projection show, like, every now and then we just couldn't get it right. The bloody sound wouldn't work. And then my client's fucking little asshole child that was constantly just commenting, being like, what is happening? What was he? It was more than that, wasn't he? He was like, he was saying some shit. I could have punched him.
Yeah, it was just a flog.
He was a
It's
dick.
a flog of a kid.
Yeah,
We're doing it for the kids.
no.
Don't be a flog.
No, we do, but this kid was an asshole, like. But anyway, so, like, that sort of, like, made it a bit meh. And then you were busy, I was busy. But then I think once it hit, like, Christmas Eve, and we had, like, 20 families maybe out the front. There was, like, cars parked everywhere. There was probably, like, 10, 15 kids under our driveway with the snow machine on. And so that was really nice. And then obviously, like, we had a couple of our friends come down and see it, so that made it a bit better. Yeah, Christmas morning was weird because normally I like, let's go, Christmas, let's go, because we've got places to go and things to do. But because I knew we were coming back and didn't really need to get into a rush, I think I hit about 10:30 and I went in and I was like, you can get up.
Yeah, I was able to sleep in till 10 a.m. on Christmas morning. That's very rare.
10:30, thank you.
I think it was 10.
No, it was 10:30 because I hit 10 and I was like, oh, he must have set his alarm for 10:30, and then I walked in there and I was like, have you got an alarm on? You're like, no. I was like, oh, shit, well, you can get up.
I
Like,
just expected you to wake me up.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
anyway, so you'd have a sleep in. Yeah. I don't know, Christmas was weird for me though because every Christmas since I was obviously born, I've always seen my grandparents, and I didn't see them. Grandma's not doing Christmas anymore. She just doesn't do Christmas anymore. And I didn't see Nana and Granddad. And then I always see my sister, but she was doing other things. So, yeah, not seeing those three people, that was weird. That felt a bit odd for me, but oh well. I saw them the next day anyway. But, yeah, it was just weird. Yeah, then we sort of just sat there after everyone left, and we were like, oh, that was Christmas. Cool.
It was good, though. I enjoyed Christmas this year. It was chilled but relaxed and good day.
I feel like Boxing Day was probably a little bit, even though obviously it was shit for you, it was probably a bit easier for you because you got to sleep in on Christmas. It wasn't such a hectic Christmas. It wasn't like drive here, drive there.
Yeah, not home at midnight.
Yeah, so I feel like
down.
maybe Boxing Day would have been a bit easier for you.
100%. Boxing Day was probably the easiest Boxing Day I've had this year, even though we did over $400,000 in the one day. It was nuts. It was
but you know what I mean, like
because
it wasn't such a hectic day that.
Yeah,
because normally it's we get up at 9, 8 o'clock or whatever it is, do our Christmas, go to your parents for lunch, go to my parents, come home, and then go to someone for dinner. Then don't we?
Yeah. It's usually.
Oh, actually, no. We used to go to Mum and Dad's in the morning to unwrap presents. Yeah. So it was hectic. It was just a lot.
Yeah, but your mum and dad's at 9 a.m. My mum and dad for lunch,
and
then someone's for dinner. It was usually your grandma, nana, granddad, or ours. So it was good to only have two things and ease into it, just be relaxed. It was great.
Well, that's what I said to Mum this year. I was like, just simple. Not doing all this food, just simple.
Yeah.
Get the barbecue out. And then somehow she was like, oh, yeah, no, we'll meet at your house at 6 o'clock. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Didn't say that. Just said, let's do a simple Christmas. But anyway, somehow we ended up hosting it. But
yeah,
it was all right.
Well, that New Year's was just as good. It was the same sort of thing. It was very chill. I think it was even the day before. Maybe we hadn't even decided on what we were going to do, and then we just decided let's go fishing. Screw it.
Yeah, we were driving somewhere, and I went, why don't we just go fishing?
So we did.
Yeah.
We went to Rockingham Beach, or Kwinana Horse Beach, I think it was.
Yep.
Went down at 9:30. Everybody was leaving because of the Rockingham or Mandurah fireworks at 9 p.m. So the whole of Rockingham was leaving, and we were going in. So that was great. We got there, and it was pretty much empty. So we had the whole beach to ourselves, pretty much.
Had speaker set up.
Had a speaker, had chairs, and I finally broke my 17-year curse on the last day of 2023. I caught 3 fish, which for me is big, because the last time I caught something was 2006 when I went with my 2 brothers. And my younger brother died a week or so later. And since that day, where I caught 16, my other brother caught 30, and he caught 0. I hadn't caught a fish in 17 years. I believe I was cursed by Brad the entire time. And I think he's blessed me to allow me to catch a fish, and I've caught 3. Nothing too spectacular, but a blowy I snagged, which was the
caught it in the side of the head.
Literally caught it in the side of the head as I was reeling it in because someone had stolen my bait already, and I just caught it on the way past. So through the eyeball, poor thing. I killed this baby. It was like this big. Felt awful. And then I caught a whiting, and then a brim, a trumpeter. So it was not a bad night. And then the fireworks started immediately after that, so we went and watched the fireworks. So it was a good night, very relaxed. 12 o'clock, we went home. So watched the fireworks, packed up and left, and we're in bed by 1:30. And I had to work again the next morning. So it doesn't stop, unfortunately. I do have to keep working. And yeah, it just hasn't really calmed down till now-ish. Had a couple of days off last week, so that was good. But finally starting to slow down a little bit now. But yeah, we're back to normal. We're back here doing the show, hopefully every week or every 2 weeks maybe.
Get our shit together.
Our shit is together. Like I said, the show isn't going to be incredibly long today because we're just going to keep it fairly short as a lead back into 2024 before we go full ball again next week. We will, however, read the feedback from the last episode because we don't remember the last episode really at all. I'm not going to ask you what feedback you have. I'm just going to read the feedback that was left on the YouTube channel. The YouTube. I say this every time.
You sound like my mum. It's on the YouTube.
On the YouTube.
It's just YouTube. On the Facebook. Just Facebook, Mum. It's on the book face.
All right, so the first one is from the Diary of a Flipper.
What?
Diary of a Flipper, and that would be Brad Judd. We shared his video from eBay.
Diary of a Flipper.
Yeah, that's right. Diary of a Flipper. So,
The guy with the blonde hair.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
So the funny thing about that, and it's often brought up on the YouTube, on the Facebook,
Stop it.
marketplaces and things like this, of people being flippers and how people hate flippers. But then, like I said, when I'm watching this Run Me the Icon and Cool Kicks video channels, that's what they do. They buy shoes for cheap. When people bring them in, and they know they're going to buy them from them cheaper than what they're going to sell them for.
It's a business.
They go in there. That's what they do. And yeah, it's a bit of a business. It's how they make their money. So they go in, they sell them, and they even say to them, "I'll buy it off you for $320 because I'm going to sell them for $400." And people are like, "Oh yeah, that's fair." But people don't get pissy at that. Like the very odd occasion, someone might do, but most people just know that they are selling to a business, so they should expect that. So his name just made me think of it. So people get pissed off at people being flippers in the player issue and match-worn space. Why are you smiling at me?
It's funny because you say flipper as in like flipping things, but I was thinking of like
The dolphin.
flippers.
I don't really get pissed off about it. I get it. Like people often, most of the time, I think, is people are trying to make money to buy more jumpers.
I think the only ones that would probably annoy me is the ones that hound you and hound you and hound you and be like, I need it for my collection, I need it. And then 2 days later, it's like up for sale.
100%.
Like, that's the only one that would piss me off. Like,
Yeah. If someone is buying something off eBay or Marketplace or whatever, and then they immediately turn around and selling it for more money, then hey, good on them. Because they're not doing anything wrong. They're just buying something that someone has put up
it's like
at a certain price.
The Freo sale, like people buy a bunch and then sell them. Who gives a shit? It, like the whole Freo sale, I swear, was just like people getting things that you wanted and you getting things that other people wanted. And by the end of it, I swear you all didn't have anything that you got from the sale. You'd all traded or who cares?
That's probably one of the most incredible things. We will actually talk about the Freo sale next week because we will be talking about it for ages if we do get into it. So, yes, like you said, with a little bit of snippet there, is, people were grabbing things just because that's what you do at those sales. You just got to grab and think about it later because it's so chaos. And then once you have a bit of a time to just sit down and reflect on it, people are going, oh, shit, I picked up Sean Darcy. Hey, Craig, where you at? Trade me something.
Well, it was
and
like
it was just constantly
got you something, like, again, we won't go into it, but I got something and I was like, well, I don't know if it's what you want. And we ended up buying it anyway. And then you said to me, you were like, oh, thanks for grabbing me that, because even though I don't have that anymore, that got me this that I wanted. So you technically still did get me something I wanted. By getting me that jersey.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Who gives a shit?
So I know exactly what you're talking about. You got me the long sleeve Jordan Clark Stealth jumper.
Stealth, yes.
Which was awesome. I think I had a second. Oh, I got a Nat 5 long sleeve Stealth as well. So I had two. And you were like, oh, how good is this? Because we were talking about it all night. These stealth long sleeves would be incredibly hard to get. So you grab one, I grab one. I thought, Jesus, here we go. We hit the jackpot. And there's only probably 4 or 5 of them. There wasn't many at all.
4 or 5, yeah.
So we had 2, and I said to you that I trade it, and you looked so disappointed in me. You were so upset. And then I explained to you, I was like, no, I really appreciate you getting that for me because I missed out on getting an Andy Brayshaw from the sale. But because you got me that long sleeve Stealth, and I had the 5 already, I was able to give up the one that you got me, which is Jordan Clark, to get a Brayshaw. So then, win-win for all of us. He was very happy with his Starlight Stealth long sleeve, and I was very happy with Brayshaw. And eventually, once I explained that to you, you were actually very happy as well because of what you managed to get me. So, it's chaos. And like you were saying, it's not really flipping. It's just it's hard to explain, but
I don't want to say it's a business, but it's
looking out for number one essentially. Like that's what we're doing is we're getting stuff that we want to then get something that we may need. But then we're helping out others in the process
that's it.
as well.
I suppose if you go about it in the wrong way and you're being a dog to everyone and fucking people over and screwing people over, then people aren't going to want to help you, so you're not going to get very far anyway. But if it's sort of like you give, I give type thing, you know.
Yeah, so the only thing I don't like about some flippers, like you said before, was if you're just hounding someone's and bullshitting, saying that you want it for their collection, then you turn around and sell it for more very short time afterwards. That's bullshit. I don't like them people. Or if you're constantly hounding someone trying to get something cheaper just something that they've put up for sale, handing them cheaper, just to then turn around and sell it. That is just really annoying. But the only thing I could say there is the seller just needs to say no. If it's annoying you, what they're doing, it's just like, nah, sorry, I'm not going to sell it to you. Not because I know what you're going to do with it. It's just purely because it's going to annoy me that I sell it for this cheap, even though you're going to turn around and sell it later more expensive. If you decide that, oh, well, I'll just sell it because I need to sell it that cheap, then that's up to you and you shouldn't be annoyed. If you decide to sell it to that person, then so be it. Like, you can't be annoyed because you've made the agreement to sell it. That's on you. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call him flippers, and he's called himself Diary of a Flipper. And I just think that's tremendous because he fully admits that he goes out, op shops and does this and that to turn around and resell them and make some money and buy stuff that he needs.
Amazing how reading out someone's name before we've even read out their feedback has led to a 20-minute conversation of flipping.
Yeah, well, so it's great that his Diary of a Flipper name comes from this commercial that he did for eBay, where he was talking about how he flips.
Again, now you've explained it, makes sense, but I was thinking like...
Yeah, flipper, all right. Yeah. So anyway, Brad Judd, he said, haha, thanks for the share, legends. Was definitely a bit of fun being able to showcase some of the collection. So really, really cool. Still want to know how that even
How
happened.
it even happened. Please explain.
Please explain, Brad.
We want to
need
know.
Dave Causey, we know who Dave Causey is, said, I had the beers and vodkas ready too. I'm sure to be back next year so we can try again.
Oh, yeah, you got COVID. That's right.
Referring to when I had COVID.
Because it was our anniversary and you had COVID, yes, and he couldn't come over.
Correct. So,
yes, okay.
Yeah, we missed out on seeing Dave and getting him in the cave for an episode, but we will make sure we get him back next year when he comes back, because no doubt he'll be back here for a couple of AFL games because the man's crazy. But we love you, Dave.
He's such a happy man to the point where, like, even though you majorly inconvenienced him because he had, like, plans to come here and everything, and he's just like, it's fine. I've made plans. It's fine. I've got something else to do. Like, whatever.
Fresh, also known as Matt Harvey, said that Brett Peak is awesome. I think we showed off the Brett Peak Heritage 2006 jumper from memory.
Mitts off, Matt.
Yeah.
Mitts off.
Yeah, so that one may potentially be up for trade at some point if someone has one of the 5 jumpers I need to finish the collection. But that would take a serious jumper to get it off me. But if I can't get another jumper, then that may potentially be a trade.
Until then, mitts off.
And Craig Hall says, stop bringing Freo players into the cave.
Yes! Stop it. You're a fucking jinx.
As we mentioned on the last episode, we've had Joel Hamling in here, traded.
Lockie Schultz.
Delisted, and then... No, not delisted. He just decided to leave. Lockie Schultz when it was in here. Asked for a trade. Gone. Mitch hasn't been in here.
Actually. Oh, no, he hasn't. Okay, right.
But as far as he hasn't. But after we talked about doing a podcast, yes.
We also need to stop naming our fish after him because Freddie died and then Freddie got injured. So we're a bad omen. Stop it.
And also Blake Acres was also in here, and he also got
You're a fucking
traded
jinx.
to another team.
You're lucky because Switter's been in here, and we have a fish called
Switter. Switter's the only other one that has been in the cave. So
I feel like because Switter came into the cave, and then we got a fish, and we named after Switter. It's like
we're balancing it out.
Balanced it out a little bit. Yeah.
So Sam Switkowski, please do not leave the Freo Dockers, otherwise it will be my fault. What else we got? I've just screenshotted the same post twice, so that was stupid. I'll just go down. The last one was Dave Causey again, said Trent Rivers. I actually don't know what that comment's about, so apologies, Dave. I've forgotten what it was.
2 months ago. We can barely remember what happened yesterday.
Yeah, this is right. So we have to move on from that comment. Sorry, Dave. But that was the feedback from the last episode. Em, you don't remember anything, do you? From the last episode? All right, fair enough.
Little snippets after you mentioned that, but that's about it. Nothing.
Absolutely
nothing.
While we're sitting here and looking at you on your camera,
hello,
there's a couple of changes. Into the cave.
Yep, I've got a bigger double chin.
The cave, I said, not to you.
I've got a jersey.
Em's got a new jersey. Check it out. Stand up and model it for
Erin's
us.
got more jerseys on the wall.
So we have changed the back wall, as you can see. We've put the hooks on every single locker. You can't quite see them all, but there is another
no one would think I've been in the sun because I look like I'm getting whiter.
There's another 2 jumpers on either side of the other ones that you can see, so you can't quite see them all. But yeah, decided to put hooks on everything, and I think it looks way better. in my opinion. Em is wearing a basketball jersey of the Player Issue podcast, which we got made up for her and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up and show it off, Em. Show the people what they want to see.
Should I go on camel toe?
Pull out your camel first. Oh, how beautiful is that? You can see the microphone silhouette. Turn around, give us a look at the booty. I mean, the backside of the jersey as well. Co-host 16. That is M's favourite number 16. But yeah, co-host. How cool was that? Vista Print Special, that was. I think it turned out rather well. What do you think, Em?
Yeah, I actually quite like them. Quite comfy. I wear it a lot.
Yeah. Now, I also got one made up. So I also have one too. Bit more material than M's, but...
A bit more of a circus tent.
Jesus. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit me.
Does it not?
It does not, no.
Anyone want to be a host?
Yeah, anyone wants to be a host of the show, number 99, that is my jersey. So we are not selling those, so we're not plugging a sale here. That's not what we're doing.
For fucking once.
Just showing you a cool new jersey.
He'll tell you in 10 minutes that he's got like 16 hats left. And that, you know.
Actually, you're not wrong.
Don't
I've got
say
a few hats left.
Shut
and shirts.
up.
However, I do need to mention, on the last episode, we said, please come and see us at the lineup
Yes.
or in the show, in the
sale.
at all.
Yeah.
And let us know if you want to have a free hat, because I was giving them out for free. I
the
had them there
shirts.
with us.
Yeah.
Hat or a shirt, if you want one, come and see us. We'll give you one. We had a couple of people come up to us the night of, and we gave out a couple of hats, a couple of shirts. That was great. Then we were waiting in the line. One more came up to us, but I'd already gone and put them in the car because I didn't want to take them in with us.
Because we got told that we weren't allowed to leave things out the front. Because, was it Daniel? No. Who was the guy that came from over east? Patrick? Yeah, and him and his brother went to leave stuff, and the security guard was like, no, can't leave it there. So we put the stuff in the car.
Yeah, so I put away the stuff. I probably should have just taken them in with me. I don't know why I didn't, actually. I just didn't want to have anything in my hands. I wanted to go and run and take all stuff I could. But so we went and put the hats and shirts back in the car, and then we had people coming up to us while the sale was going, and yeah, I was flabbergasted. I don't know, my head was all over the place. People kept coming up to me saying, "Can I have a hat?" I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? And what are you asking me for a hat for?" Oh shit, sorry. I couldn't do it.
But we did tell him to come see us afterwards, but we never saw him again. So
yeah, the problem is we always stick around to the end.
Yeah.
So people were gone, and then I sat there going, shit, all those people that asked me for a hat or a shirt, didn't get any of them. So sorry about that.
And if that was you, let us know.
Yeah, if that was you.
We owe you a
I
hat.
actually don't remember who asked me. I'm pretty sure Aiden may have asked me. If you did, come and see me at work. I know you're in the area. But if you did ask me for a hat or a shirt, please send me a message or Em a message or the Players Podcast a message. Let us know you want your hat or your shirt. We'll send it out to you. Because I apologise for that. We were supposed to give them to you, but chaos ensued and it was very tiring. As you'll see next week on the episode, where we will talk about the sale much more in depth. We did do some audio and video recording. We did some interviews. We just filmed some random videos throughout the night as well. So you'll see a little bit more from the sale and hear from some people that were there very early in the morning after the very tiring night. So everyone looks absolutely wrecked. And it was great. But we'll share those with you next week on the next week's episode. Now we have the next segment, Em's favourite segment.
Oh, I haven't done this in a while. Mail Day.
Mail Day.
It is indeed Mail Day.
Can't get my voice deep enough.
We've had a stupid amount of mail days since the last 2 months. However, only one of them is still in package, and legitimately still in package. I have not opened this at all, Em.
No. He has no self-control, so this is great.
This is pretty incredible that I left this in package. So, Em, are you ready to catch?
That one looks like it's going to hurt.
It's not.
It's not.
It's fine.
It's not.
Are you ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. Whee! Yeah, nice, mate, nice.
Nice.
So this package we've got has come express from Victoria, from Adam Chapman. We've done a trade where he's wanted my Emma Carney under 20s women's VWFL. I can't remember what it's called. That very cool jumper. And I've also donated, I think, $100 to a cause that he was also helping out.
The postie that's been delivering these lately too, she's been amazing. Like, she knocks on the door, even though it says it's to leave in a safe place. She knocks on the door, and if someone answers, she's like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't want to leave it because, you know, can't be trusted." Yeah.
Yeah, people can't be trusted at
Yeah,
Christmas
she's
time.
like
It's
hell
mental.
good.
So what do we got, Em? This is our one and only
feels
mail day
nice.
that will be showing off this week.
Are we going this way?
Wherever you like, mate. Wherever the camera is, probably a good idea.
Oh, well, we've got a... Are we doing the usual filmy thing, or are we not bothering because it's...
Sure, why not? But show it off anyway. So this is a 2020 Caitlin Ashmore long sleeve, number 10. Match worn from round 6 in 2020. So very,
That's
very
nice.
cool. Yeah, cotton on jumpers are beautiful. I think their material is
That feels
great.
really nice. Feel it.
I'm very impressed with cotton on jumpers, to be honest with you. Quite like it.
Quite like it.
Well, that's interesting. Very nice jumper. Very, very nice indeed. Very cool. All right. Well, that was mail day. I'll film yours. I film you the entire time. Doesn't mean I will probably show the videos.
It's alright, I was just looking at my... fucking- God, I look worse with my glasses off. Let's put them back on.
That was mail day.
Mail day.
The one and only mail day this week. But we'll be back for more maybe next week. I actually don't know. I don't think I've bought anything.
Purchase more things, Aaron.
Don't know if I have. I don't think I have. I don't think I've got
Been a
anything.
good boy.
I have been pretty good.
You've
Yeah.
been a good boy.
Thanks. So the next thing was going to be Freo Dockers Locker Room Sale, which, as we mentioned, will now be next week. So tune in for that episode next week. 2024, second episode. It's number 24 of the entire show. Jesus, starting
gonna
to
be a
ramble.
Fremantle Dockers episode.
It'll be quite long, so don't miss it. Even if it's going to be a Fremantle Dockers episode, don't miss it because it will be decently long and there'll be a lot of interesting stuff in it. Bit of fun, and hopefully you can take all what you see back to your club and get locker room sales at every club because it's what everyone wants to see.
Be a video of the moth.
The video of the moth.
It's a beautiful video.
It is
It's majestic. It's beautiful.
The best part about it is he wasn't going to do it at all, I'm pretty sure. And I said, you need to walk past because Em was asleep.
I
No,
slept
I'm
in the
going to leave
car.
this for next week. I'll leave it for next week. Leave it next week. You must tune in to hear this story next week. It's great. And you'll see the video that goes along with it. Don't miss it. The moth. Then we also had the recent auctions, endings and current auctions, which we will again talk about next week.
Because we're so lazy.
Because we are keeping it short. Because, I collated this a few weeks ago and now it's changed quite a bit. So there's no current auctions going on, so that'll be nice and easy. But there is a lot that did end. I did screenshot a hell of a lot of jumpers, but there will be a few more I need to add to it. But there's some pretty crazy jumpers that ended, especially the Collingwood auctions, end of season auction. They auctioned off pretty much everything except for home jumpers, I think. And some of those prices were incredible. So make sure you tune in next week to see that. COA talk, we'll also do next week. We started to talk about it on the last episode. I think you think we actually did do it because we sort of started. We actually did do it.
Did we?
Yeah, we actually did do. So we started to talk about.
We did do.
We started to talk about COAs and the differences and just how some of them can be bullshit. And
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Sacramento Kings one. It was like this little itty bitty one, and then it was like this fucking...
yeah, so the funny thing is, you think that is on that episode. It is not.
Is it not?
It is not. So
Oh, did you cut it out?
we actually did film the COA talk for probably 15, 20 minutes. But because the episode was so long, I cut the whole thing.
Ah.
I should have probably just kept it and then just inserted it into next week's episode so we didn't have to talk about it again.
Oh,
But,
well.
COA talk will be next week. We'll talk a lot about the differences of COAs, how some of them can be utter bullshit, and then how you can get some which you then tell the club, this is wrong, this is what it should be, and then they just send you the right thing.
This
Not sure how
this
that should
episode's
work.
basically just our piss poor excuses of why we haven't done an episode for 2 months.
It pretty much is. Like I said, it is nearly midnight, and we are trying to just ease back into 2024.
And I want to go to the cloud. We have this nice mattress topper, and it's like a cloud, and I want to go lay in it.
So we have 2 more segments before we actually close out the show in what will be the shortest episode we've ever done.
Yeah, you say that
maybe it's
bullshit.
actually getting a little bit tight. I think it was an hour and 13 or
taut.
something. It was the closest one we did. All right, Em, viewer questions. Emma's got the viewer questions.
Oh, yes, I do.
She does.
I
yeah.
do, yes. Half asleep.
All right,
Thinking of the cloud.
the cloud.
All right. It's like multiple from different people. It's from the same people. It's like they've asked something
Yeah,
and then they've asked another one.
Yeah.
So first one, Alex Scott.
Mhm.
I'll start with the first question, the second question he's asked. But are you going to Elimination Chamber when it's in Perth?
Yeah, we went to WrestleMania in Los Angeles this year. Oh, last year.
Last
now.
year.
Yeah, crazy. So, you reckon we'd miss one that's in Perth, in our hometown? Oh, hell no. We'll definitely be there, Alex, and I hope we will see you there, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you will be, but if you are, let us know, because we will 100% be there. We've got our tickets lined up. We're going with the great Clint Johnson, as a matter of fact, who does not watch the show.
Emma's
And he
also.
made sure to
I've
let us
also
know.
got an outfit. Oh, I don't have an outfit, but I've got plans.
Well, she basically has an outfit, because I bought it for Christmas. So.
I have plans. I'm going to be a
yes.
bit of a mashup between
Yeah.
wrestlers, but oh well.
Yes, Alex, we will be there. Please let us know. If anyone else is going to Elimination Chamber, you can see over my head there's a new belt in the cabinet. Finally arrived a couple of weeks ago. As a matter of fact, it arrived 2 days before Christmas, and it was my little Christmas present to myself. Tremendous belt. It's beautiful in hand, so that may be going with me. Em, question 2.
Same man.
Same Mr. Alex.
Same Mr. Alex. When do you think The Rock versus Roman Reigns will happen?
Well, a lot of rumours. It's flying left, right, and centre. The hope was it'd be at Elimination Chamber. However, I don't think that'd be the best place to have Rock versus Roman Reigns. I think it'll be night 1 of WrestleMania, Rock versus Roman, and then night 2 will be Roman versus Cody, more than likely. Because they're not going to have The Rock versus Roman for a title, because you know that Roman's
He doesn't
going to
want
win.
the title, yeah.
But it'll be for the head of the table match, which is still going to...
It'll be for a kick at a scoops match.
Oh, God. Yeah, Christ. I was hoping we'd go 2024 without mentioning that.
Oh,
Muppet.
sorry, I couldn't help it. Don't
No,
you forget, he is the head of the table.
Kick It to Scoops every week. The only damn podcast you shall be watching. Kick It to Scoops. And, of course, acknowledge me, the one.
No, I don't think it'll be happening in Perth. I hope... Oh, shit. I really do hope that we see The Rock in Perth, whether he's announced or not. I hope we just hear that music. That would be electrifying. Really,
Aaron
hope
will
that
cry like he cried when Hulk Hogan came out.
happens. Maybe a tear or so came out of my eye at that
You
point. But,
bawled.
oh, I did bawl.
Yes, you did. I looked over and you were just like, yes.
Anyway, I hope we see The Rock. I don't know if we'll see Roman. It's what we've been hearing. The Roman's not coming, but he even posted a thing today. The Roman did, saying that buy your tickets to Elimination Chamber. Acknowledge me. So hopefully that means he's coming. We've seen him before.
I've seen him before. He's boring.
He's good. He's pretty good.
He's good.
His
I actually used to think he was hot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it will be WrestleMania, night 1. Shoot.
Doug.
Doug Slater or Doug McDermott?
Doug.
It's in Dermot?
Yes.
Damn it!
There's only one Doug.
There's actually 2. Doug Slater and Doug McDermott, a.k.a. Dermot.
Yeah, but if it was Doug Slater, I'd say Doug Slater.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Doug.
It's
just Doug. The Dermot. Anyway, what's your goal for this year in the collecting world?
That's it?
Yes. What's your goal for this year in the collecting world?
I don't
Shoes.
know.
Oh my god,
Shoes. I
Let's
don't know if
go.
it's going to be massively... Yeah, I don't know. I think the only goal I'm really going to have is still to finish the collection
Shoes.
off. Maybe a few
Shoes.
shoes. Thank you, Em. Just shut up. Maybe a few shoes, but yeah, I will definitely be looking at just finishing the 5 that I need off. Once that's done, I'll be happy. And then potentially it'll just be some upgrading, some lesser players. But other than that, I reckon I'll just be happy with the collection, and I'll just pick up stuff that I like that maybe higher quality players or good designs, but I actually don't think there will be much of a goal outside of finishing off what I need to get to finish the entire history. I'll be quite content, I think, at that point, which will be a good place to be at, I think. Cheers, Doug. Appreciate it, Dermo.
Thanks, Doug.
Em,
Hello.
next question. There's a few in here that I haven't actually researched.
Blake Cook.
My bad.
What retro jumper is Dockers wearing this year? Like you're going to get an answer to that.
Yeah, you will not get an answer to that. I actually do know.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
How do I not know?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Because you know I can't keep secrets, that's why.
Well, yeah, potentially. But also, I probably told you and you've forgotten. No, I reckon I have. Anyway, I do know.
Will he share?
What
No, he won't.
He won't share, but he will tell you that it's not going to be completely brand new. It will be something we've already seen as a retro jumper, but with a twist. And a very cool twist.
That scares me.
It's very cool. Actually, the first thing I heard about this year's retro, I didn't like the thought of it, but then when I saw it in hand, that actually changed what they told me. But when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this is going to be amazing. Now, I've only seen pictures because they haven't made it. Well, I believe they probably made it now, but at the time they hadn't made it yet. But I'm incredibly excited to see it, and I may see it far sooner than most of you will. Hint, hint. Thank you. Thanks. Was that Doug? Was it Blake? That was Blake.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blake. Next question.
Rob Lee.
Rob Lee, the great man
Such
himself.
a strong name, isn't it? Rob Lee. Lee. Who is the most collectible and or team in the competition right now?
Yes, that's the question I was supposed to research. However, the most collectible person or one player is a very easy answer.
Dacos?
Yeah, even M can
Oh,
answer
did I get
that
that
question. Yeah. Nick Dacos, no doubt about it. And as we were going to talk about the current auction or recent auctions that ended, his jumpers went crazy. The grand final jumper alone went for over $70,000. And then some of his, I think, training jumpers went for $4,000, or it might have been the away jumper, $4,000. They didn't say they were match worn, so that's why they probably didn't go as high as they probably could have. But then the one match worn did go, which you'll see how much it did go for next week. But definitely Dacos would be the highest, or the most wanted. I can't remember what the word was that he said. Most desirable.
Collectible.
Most collectible. Definitely most collectible player, I think, at the moment. Modern day is definitely Nick Dacos. But then I think what people are looking for outside of modern day is Judd and Cousins. They're making a comeback, big time comeback. Everyone's wanting Judd and Cousins. Not that they didn't before, but the values are much higher and harder to get. But team-wise, a few teams have dropped. So Carlton, I think, have dropped. Port Adelaide has dropped as well. So Port Adelaide was probably up there with number one last year. This time last year, I would have said they were number one. They've dropped it quite a bit. So you can pick up some of that stuff very cheap. Which is incredible. Like I picked up Prison Bar. Forgotten the dude's name, but he was all Australian in 2022 for $300 sitting on the rack because no one got it on the sale day. So it was sat there through the sale. Prison jar jumper in my hands, $300 a couple of days later. That's incredible. That would not have happened last year. So I think Port Adelaide's dropped quite a bit. Carlton's dropped as well. Even West Coast. The prices I've seen, they're not going anywhere near as high. So I don't know. Collectible-wise, I think even have to be probably Collingwood up there as one of the higher value teams. And then I guess Sydney, because Sydney don't release much at all. So when they come up, they do tend to not last very long. So not a very good answer because that was kind of a well-winded answer. But yeah, Hawks has dropped a lot as well because there's a lot of those available this year. Thanks, Rob. Good question. I'll probably research that a little bit more for next week as well. Give you maybe a tighter answer as well. But definitely Nick Dacos is the most valuable collector at the moment. Collection piece at the moment. Thanks, Rob.
Andrew Bennett.
The Bennett.
Have you seen the new Port Adelaide AFL era Guernsey book? And if so, thoughts on it? And is work happening towards a Fremantle Guernsey book?
Well. Very good question, Andrew. First part of that question, have I seen it? Absolutely. Earned the right. It looks like a tremendous book in the same vein as Fabric of Our Club. Is that the right? No. Fabric of Our Club? Is that what the Adelaide book was?
No.
I think that's what we were going to call out. Calm down.
You'll have to edit that out.
Fabric. Yeah, that's right. Fabric of Our Club. It was Fabric of Our Club, yeah. Yes, so in the same vein as Fabric of Our Club, I think they're the same size. They look very similar. Looks beautiful. The work that they've done, Lynchy and a few of the other boys over there. Sorry, lads, I'll shout you out. I'll put something down below. Make sure I can't remember the cameras over here. I'll put you down below here so everyone gets shouted out correctly as they should. I do need to do a on-camera review of the book as well. I would love to get one in hand and show you, just like we did with the Crows book, because I would love to show you what it looks like. And if you haven't picked one up yet, make sure you do. Go to the Port store, give them a call. It's not on the website, which I think is a little bit odd. That needs to happen. It needs to go on the website so they can sell it to people not in South Australia or not wanting to give them a call, because that's kind of what you have to do. You have to give them a call or send them an email. They will send you out one. I think it's $60. But make sure you pick it up. And I would love to do a review of one. If someone would like to send me one, feel free. Otherwise, we'll pick one up at some point. But if you want to send me one, please do so. We'll definitely give it a shout out on the show, and we'll review it in person. That would be great. But it looks beautiful, Andrew. Both the Crows boys and the Port Adelaide boys did an amazing job. The books look great. And a little hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yes, there is a Fremantle Dockers book on the way. Production is starting very, very soon. And yes, we will be involved in that with the Fremantle Dockers club themselves. So we will have full contribution from the club and hopefully the AFL to do so. So keep an ear out and an eyes out for that one. We are looking to have that released mid this year. So that would be great. And I can't wait for it to happen. Here is a little bomb drop. Thank you, Andrew, for asking the question. We look forward to that project. We haven't started it just yet. Well, Jack has. Jack's been doing it for months. But we will be working with the club very shortly to get it officially underway. So, yes, there is a Fremantle Dockers book on the way. Can't wait to show you all. And we will be dropping little reels, little back behind the scenes, backstage stuff, videos along the way. So you'll see the progress as we make it. We're very excited to do that in cooperation with the Dockers, who are excited for us to do that as well. So we look forward to it. Thank you for your question. Next question.
Nicholas James Boyce. I don't know if you need to put the James in there, but
That's his middle name. Why wouldn't you?
well, some people are like Mr. Matthew,
Anthony Langley.
but he doesn't want to be called that.
That's fair. Nicholas Boyce.
There you go.
Crows man.
Have you seen the City Guernsey portfolio on Big Footy? Thoughts on the league going down this path for future gather rounds? And there's a little photo attached.
Yeah, can you just show me that photo? Because, yes, I have seen it, and I want to just remind myself of it. Now, I'm going to review these next week, I reckon. So, yeah, I didn't, actually. I had never seen them before. Now that you mentioned, I actually used to go on Big Footy all the time. I actually haven't been on there in years now. I don't know, just haven't got time for it, I suppose. But as Nicholas is talking about, I'll probably just show you the picture anyway. But yeah, I'll just put the picture up on screen. But these jumpers, yes, some of them need a lot of work. I'm going to review each one of them next week. We'll give every jumper a mark out of 10. Because there are some pearlers, absolute pearlers, but there are some absolute shockers here as well. But I like the idea. And what he means by City is like the EPL have got City jerseys, or the NBA, sorry, have got City jerseys where they kind of just go all out there, and it's kind of a nod to the city that they belong to. I would love to see this sort of thing, whether it be for gather round or just a random round like they do for retro, etc. Just something a little bit crazy. Go back to the 90s. Yes, we have retro around for some clubs. But I would love to just see a round where everyone just goes nuts. I guess the template or their design just goes completely out the window and they just do something completely crazy. And it just goes back to a bit of fun. Everything's real strong and staunch nowadays. Let's just throw that out the window for 1 week and go, that was fun. That was really cool. and I want to get my hands on that because it's another collecting piece that everyone will want as well. The stealth jumpers that we have talked about many times, so I thought I'd bring one up there, but it's not. I've got one in the corner. The stealth jumpers at the start of the year, when they first come out, no one really cared about it, but as soon as it hit the end of the year and everyone realised there was a one-off, everyone went crazy and they want them. So, yeah, anything that brings up a one-off and a really cool out-there design, I'm all for it. So, yep, I will review those next week, Nicholas, but I love them. I think it's a great idea. But there's some terrible ones in there. I love the question. Thank you so much.
From Anthony Lynch, Mr. Lynchy.
The Lynchy. We were just talking about the great man.
We haven't heard from him in a while.
He was being busy with a book.
Oh, yeah,
to be
true.
fair.
Yeah.
Took him a while to come out. There were a lot of hurdles, but they got there eventually. So must have been a lot of stressful.
Surely it
nights
was
for
like a
Lynchy.
champagne pop or something when it finally was done. Like, thank fuck.
If there was, show us. We need to see some sort of
Send us
celebration.
some sort of celebration. They're probably all on the bloody couch having a nap afterwards. They're probably like, stuffed this. Are you making it your mission to knock off all the Freo designs in 2024?
Yep. I mean, I made it my mission for the last 2 years.
There
to
was no
do that.
hesitation. Yep.
So the idea is knock it off as quick as possible. Now, thankfully, as I mentioned before, we are making a book, or we're attempting to make a book. And the club now know that we are missing 5 designs for the book, which would be super sad if we are unable to get every single jumper photographed in its entirety in a live setting, right? So thankfully, they've also got their feelers out there to try and find the 5 jumpers. So if we have to loan to get them in the book, fine, but I would love to get them in my collection and finish it completely, have the entire history done and in the cave. So people want to come and see the entire Freo Dockers history. They're in here. That's where I want it to be because no one else has that. That would be amazing to knock it off. So that is my mission, Anthony. So yes, I may not be spending a lot more money on auction jumpers this year like I did last year. So I guess that goes back to the question before. I won't be spending as much money on auctions purely because they're going so high, 1,000 plus for the auctions. I'd rather not spend that much and I'll leave it to the sales and pick them up then. And then try and spend more money on picking up those jumpers that I'm missing until I get it finished and get it over and done with. And then I'll be satisfied. So yes, that is absolutely my main goal for the year is finish that off. I have an entire year to get 5 jumpers, but really I've only got a couple months to get it sorted. Fingers crossed. Thanks, Em. Thanks, Lynchy.
I can't pronounce this person's name.
Show me.
We've had this problem before. Top one.
Jürgen Girth is back.
Oh, that's right. That's how you say it.
Jürgen. The great man.
Are we saying that right?
Jürgen. Definitely.
Okay.
Jürgen's back. I think it was the first episode we did, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I was stumped, and I'm still stumped.
Welcome back, Jürgen.
Is there any known University Guernsey still in existence from their 1908 to 1914 lifespan in the VFL?
Now, I've done a bit of research, and I couldn't find any. So, I don't know. There is very likelihood 1 or 2 in a museum. Check out the MCG Museum. I'm sure you already know. But
Andrew Bennett commented and said, great question, might be one in a family somewhere.
yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. Somebody that isn't a collector in the current environment, hobbyist, etc., is probably going to have one sitting in their garage or in their closet just folded up somehow because that thing would be falling apart by now. I don't know. It'd be
You reckon?
1908. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, you
It's
reckon
over 100
that
years old. That obviously
if it
has
was
to look after
preserved
it.
properly, it would be okay.
Yeah, so I think you'll probably find one in a museum.
Yeah.
But other than that, I wouldn't have a clue. So if anyone knows the whereabouts of a university jumper, let us know. We'd love to see it, and obviously, geez, it would be good to show that as part of someone's collection because that'll be worth a lot of money. Good question, Jürgen, the great man.
Daniel Hill, early 2024 Brownlow, Coleman and Rising Star predictions.
I knew there was one I really needed to research because I haven't thought about it. So, all right, this is so early that I haven't thought about it at all. Brownlow, Nick Dacos.
If not, I reckon he'd be robbed again.
Well, if he didn't get injured, he was winning last year.
Yeah.
So Nick Dacos. What was the next thing?
Coleman.
Coleman, that'll be Charlie Curnow again.
And Rising Star.
And Rising Star, shit, I don't know. I can't remember who was. Oh, Harley Reid. If Harley Reid
Is that the one in the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Harley Reid doesn't get injured, Perth Now and Channel 7 will make sure he gets the Rising Star Award.
Of course they will. Channel 7
and the
loves
West
Eagles.
Australian newspaper. Because, good Lord, you cannot look at the West Australian newspaper or look at Perth Now or Channel 7 News without seeing
His
Harley
face.
Reid this, Harley Reid that. So he will win it, whether he plays half this season or not, because they'll make sure of it. But I'm excited to see him play, actually. That'd be good. Was there another one? Another question?
No.
Okay. There you go. And Coleman, I would like to put in a roughie as JMS as well.
Noah Cameron. Is that right?
Yes.
If you didn't support Fremantle, what team would you support and which player would you try and base your collection around from that team? If you say West Coast, I will ditch this phone at your face, so help me God.
Well, before Fremantle come in the league in 1995, I was a West Coast Eagles supporter until 1994, and last I saw they won a premiership. I still watch all of their games, so if Fremantle didn't come in the league, I guarantee I'd still be a West Coast Eagles supporter. Sorry. The truth of it, I am not now at all. I tell you straight up, I just thoroughly dislike them. But no, I can just about guarantee you I would still be a West Coast Eagles supporter.
I guarantee you'd base your collection around Judd or Ben Cousins or something like that.
I mean, yeah, I've had Ben Cousins and Judd jumpers in the collection, so yes, that would be my masterpieces, mantelpieces. But other than that, as far as just an individual player from current day, I don't know. I actually don't think they have that many great players anymore. Yes, they had some great players, but they all got very old very quickly, and they didn't replace them with the best group, hence why they are really struggling right now. So
I feel like if there was a player, if this player was still playing, it might even be, Kennedy?
maybe,
If he was still playing.
people don't really collect forwards.
Really?
No, even like forwards or defenders.
Yeah, but he was a good player and everyone loved him.
Of course he was. And everyone would need to have one in their collection if you're a West Coast Eagles supporter.
But you wouldn't
I don't
base
think
it
you'd
off
want a whole bunch of them.
Right.
I think you just have one or
Okay.
two and then you're happy. And I know quite a few people who do collect West Coast that they actually do that. They only have a couple. But they go for more exciting players, more prominent players, midfielders. That's why the Brownlow is so heavy based into
Yeah.
midfield, because they're the ones that get the most plaudits from their media. So it's probably going to be a midfielder, but then I don't see any of their midfielders as any good right now. Tim Kelly, yes, he's pretty good.
Oscar Allen.
I mean, yeah, I've got an Oscar, but again, he's a forward / ruck a little bit, but no one likes rucks either. So really hard to say because, great player, great young player. And I'm actually glad I got
What's
one.
his face will disagree with you. Sean Darcy collector.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean,
disagree with you.
There's
He
a
collects
reason
rucks.
for that. The man's about 6'8". Oh, he's not quite, but yeah, he's a tall man. Obviously, when he played footy, he was a ruckman, so that's why he's been collecting a ruckman, and that's why he always has collected ruckman. I think it's because he's a tall man and he's always been affiliated with a ruckman. So that's why I would assume. I haven't actually asked him, but that's why I reckon. But yes, there are some weirdos out there like that. No, Craig, we love you. And
Poor Craig. He was so disappointed that I didn't get my rollerblades out as well on the Freo sale.
oh, really?
He woke up the next morning and he's like, did I miss it? And I was like, no, I didn't get my rollerblades out. And he was like, oh, so worried I missed it.
Craig's a great man.
I love
and yes,
Craig.
he does have a great Darcy collection. As a matter of fact, Craig, your Darcy collection is tremendous. I'm sorry. That's a little joke between him and me.
Is it?
I did not realise.
I'm not in on it.
Oh, I wasn't in on it either. I think it was at the Freo sale. He said to me that nobody says the word tremendous quite like me. And I'd never thought about it before, but there you go. Apparently he likes the way I say tremendous.
I
So-
love Craig. Every time, like, when we first rocked up at the sale, first thing he said was like, oh, congratulations on your wedding anniversary. And we're like, that was a month ago. But he was still like, how was it?
Yeah.
I love him.
No, he is a tremendous man. Love his collection of Darcy stuff. That's a passion and a half, that is. He spends good money on it too. So
Good on him.
I don't know. West Coast, how would I base it? No idea. I actually don't think their team's any good. So I probably would not be watching too many of their games or really give a shit about collecting their stuff. I'd probably be collecting other teams. So hard to say. But obviously, I'd probably be looking at Harley Reid, and so is everybody else this year. So the value would be so hard to get one. And they don't really release their stuff either, so it'd be easy to collect someone else anyway. So I don't know. There you go. I would probably be a West Coast Eagles supporter, so that's all for to hear, isn't it?
I would ditch my phone at you, but it's already got enough cracks in it. And then Noah also said, how did you start collecting and what was your first Guernsey?
Everyone knows this answer already, but obviously Noah's new to the show, so I'll quickly just run through it. In 2014, my first jumper was a David Mundy home jumper. I got on the auctions. I can't remember how. I just saw that the end-of-season auction was happening. David Mundy was sitting at $80. And I was like, what the hell? I put a bid on him, knowing he was my favourite player at the time, and no one else bid on it. So I won a very well-worn David Mundy 2014 home jumper for $80 and was absolutely stoked. And that kicked off the collection from there, and it was fairly cheap. Up until 2019, 2020, it started to get really expensive. But up until then, I was picking up David Mundy jumpers for $150, $200 at every auction. So, yeah. I mean, I got into collecting purely because I love watching the sport, and I love to just think how good would it be if you have stuff from the back of the players when they've finished a game. Like, how good would it be to have and to hold and to just smell it and just enjoy the musk that comes with it. And so, yeah, this is what happens when you start thinking like that. There are a lot of young collectors out there like Noah who's into the game now. Enjoy the collecting while you can. It's very expensive at the moment, so just take it slow, but pick up the good pieces where you can, and just enjoy it. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Thanks for your question, Noah. I appreciate it. And I think that's it for your questions, is it not, Em?
Yep.
Your question's over. Thank you very much. That was a great segment. We're not going to make it, Em. It's still not quite going to be the shortest episode ever, I think, unless we power through it. So this is the final segment of the show. It is What's in the Cave. Let's jump over to the wheel. There it is. Nice big spinny wheel. Those of you who don't know what we do, we spin the wheel. Em goes and picks something out of the cave.
Dollar signs next to it now.
Oh, no, that's not the wheel. Hang on.
I knew it wasn't the wheel. It looks different.
That is not the wheel. I think I've lost the wheel.
You fucked up.
Uh-oh.
We've lost the wheel.
I've lost the wheel. I'll get the wheel back. There, I found it. Bam! Got the wheel back.
Yeah, see? Even I noticed it wasn't the right one.
And it's white. All right, we've got the wheel back. So what happens, we're going to spin it. The number that comes up, Em's going to go grab it, and then we're going to have a quick chat about it, and then we're going to get out of here.
And Em's going to fuck off to the cloud.
And we're going to go to bed. It's 12:30. I got to work. All right, Em, you're going to start, not this week, you're not going to start at the end. You're going to start on this middle. So we're going to hope we pull out a non-Freo jumper, because I don't actually know if we've done that yet. Okay. So here we go. What number are we going to get?
101.
76.
I hope you're right.
I kind of do, because otherwise it will still not be a random jumper. Well, it could be number 8. It's going to be number 8. Andrew Bennett. I think it's an 8.
Oh no.
It is. Andrew Bennett, number 8. I'm glad we didn't go from there.
I love you.
Definitely be another Freo jumper.
How about we start from there then?
No, start in the third cabinet and start from the second shelf. Okay. Start from the non-Freo jumpers. There you go. So we're not going to bother fast forwarding because there's only 8 that M needs to count. So go from the start of the non-Freo jumpers and pick out number 8. Ooh, All right, so we did fast forward because Em was deciding whether or not she pulls out number 8 or goes to number 9 because she thought it was boring.
It is boring.
That's cheating, and we do not condone cheating in the cave. So what we've done is we pulled number 8 because it's actually not mine. So we're going to quickly chat about it, and then we're going to reach out to the person whose jumper it is and say, hey, do you want your jumper back? Because I've been trying for about a year and a half. And then number 9, she's now pulled out as well. We'll talk about that one.
Right, okay.
Okay, Em, what is number 8? Very quickly, we'll chat about it.
I don't know what number 8 is.
This is number 8. This is a Essendon Bombers training jumper, number 31, Dustin Fletcher.
Got nothing on the back.
Nothing on the back. So this was given to us for the auction that we ran a couple of years ago now. Live auction we did in the cave. It got passed in because it didn't hit enough money. So it's still here.
Oh.
Heath said to just keep it here, and then when we do another auction, we'll put it in that one.
Got it.
Unfortunately, we haven't done another
We're criminals.
auction. Well, unfortunately, we have not done another auction, so I'm going to reach out to Heath. I don't know if you watch the show or not, Heath, but if you see this before I reach out to you, reach out to me and tell me you want your jumper back.
We're sorry we stole your jumper.
We'll send it back to you. Crazy. There you go. So that was number 8. That's why we're going to move on from number 8. We'll move to number 9, which is a little bit more exciting.
It's on the flimsiest fucking coat hanger too. Could you not have found a better coat hanger?
No.
Hang on, I'm getting a better coat hanger.
No, just go with it.
Fuck your coat hanger.
Really? We're going to sit here and waste more time because she wants to get a different coat
Shit.
hanger. And she's gone. All right, she's back. We need to quickly wrap this up because we're almost at the second most...
Go then, mate. Stop fucking around.
All right, here we go. It is a 2013. Yes, 2013. How do we know it's a 2013, Em? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, first is the collar. That collar is the same from 2013, 2014, 2015. Okay, so that rules out 2012 and 2016. Next is the only feature that you really need to look at. Well, there's 2 features, sorry.
Oh, the little man.
The little man. So that little man no longer existed from 2014 onwards, except for in 1 or 2 clubs. We just couldn't get the shit together. However, 2013 is the final year of the little stick man. And like I said, the 2012 collar was completely different, but there is also one more feature of the 2013 jumpers where you know it's a 2013, and that is the material. So it's a very shiny looking material. It's what's called the feather. So that's how they referred to it in the ISC factory. It was called the feather material. So it's very light, very, very shiny, very nice. Quite like it. And Em likes the feature. Em likes this feature that she's mentioned on long sleeve jumpers quite a lot, that we don't see all that often.
Oh, the patterns on the...
That it continues all the way down the jumper.
Yes.
So,
I don't like that they don't match up, though. That really infuriates me. That's just not on. What is this? What is this? No, don't do that. You are going to really hurt some ADHD person here. No.
Now, you may notice that there isn't a GPS pocket if you're looking very stringently. Turn around, Em. There is no GPS pocket on that, so this one is clearly unworn. But as a matter of fact, this guy did not play in that year at all. As a matter of fact, he never actually played a game for Geelong. I got this jumper because he is a mate of ours, Joel Hamling.
Really?
Yep.
Did you play for Geelong?
Well, he was on the Geelong squad, yes. He played for the VFL team in Geelong. He was on the squad for a couple of years before he didn't get a game, so he went to the Bulldogs.
Oh.
So there you go. So he first started, and he got drafted by Geelong Cats. So that was his number 45. Didn't get a game for him, so he didn't get to wear one of these jumpers, unfortunately. But I did show him as soon as I got it. And
He probably
couldn't
didn't
believe
want
it.
to wear it because the lines don't match up.
Fair enough. So there you go. That is a 2013 Geelong Cats long sleeve Joel Hamling jumper, which I think is beautiful. There is another really quick thing I'll share before we get out of here, Em. You've mentioned many times, you just mentioned it again there, that you love the pattern going down the long sleeve jumpers. Mm-hmm. Well, just again, a little bit of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The Fremantle Dockers Indigenous jumpers this year may indeed follow a pattern down the sleeves this year. Keep an eye out for that. There won't just be a cut-off. Very exciting.
Much exciting.
It is exciting for us jumper nerds that will be happening. So I'm not sure about the stealth or any other one-off jumpers, but the Indigenous jumpers at least will have a pattern going down the sleeves. So really cool. That's it for the episode. I think it may just fall inside the shortest episode we've ever done, which is incredible considering I've cut so much out of it.
And you probably still got to edit it.
Oh, yeah, I've got to edit shitload still. That's it, Em. How'd you go? How was today's episode, you reckon?
Riveting.
God, you're exciting. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, thank you, everybody, so much for all the money that you have donated, the jumpers you have donated. There's a lot of people involved with that, and we really appreciate it in the very short amount of time. But most of all, rest in peace to the great Brendan Trainer. You're a very good man, and you'll be greatly missed around the traps. 1, in collecting, and 2, just to the Fremantle Dockers. We all missed you greatly. And that is it for today's episode. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Em. Goodbye and ta-ta for now. Adios. See you later.
Beep, beep. I'm a sheep. Beep, beep. I'm a sheep.